Hey people, before we jump into the love revolution, we want to talk to you about what our friends over at Target have been up to.
Target's commitment to HBCUs and to supporting Black creativity is definitely part of the love revolution.
You're right. Through their Black Beyond Measure campaign, Target is celebrating and elevating Black success all year round. They've got the HBCU Design Contest, the Buy Black Product Hub, their commitments. Target is out here uplifting the Black community.
If you want to learn more about how Target continues to support Black entrepreneurs, students, and creatives, visit target.com/Black Beyond Measure.
Welcome to the Amazing Clarks podcast on the Black Love Podcast Network. My name is Anthony Clark.
And I'm Melanie Clark.
And we are the Amazing
Clarks.
We're both award-winning certified life and love coaches and a husband and wife duo that have been coaching together as a team for 22 years and that have been passionately in love for 30. They call us the Amazing Clarks because we empower people to live amazing lives.
And you are joining us here for our Love Revolution, where we discuss ideas and concepts that bring positive energy into the universe because we need more love.
Yes, we do.
Yes,
Always
we
need
do.
more love. So today we got a great topic. We're going to talk about the point scale.
Ooh.
And this is something that's really, really important for you people out there that are dating especially. And it's also really, really useful and important for couples.
Okay.
But before we jump into that great topic,
Yes.
it's time for catching up with the Clarks.
Yes.
So what's up, baby? How's your week been? What's special? Anything new, exciting you want to share?
Spring has sprung. It's a
Yes.
beautiful time of year. The sun is coming out, and I'm a happy girl. I love some sunshine.
Love it, love it.
So that makes me happy. Just been working out a lot, going to events. I'm so happy to be out in the world and interacting with
yes.
people. I miss my
Yeah.
people. You know, I love people.
I feel you. I do too. I miss
Yeah,
it.
so just a lot of that, just working on projects, trying to help people do amazing things in their lives, create amazing lives. So I am living the dream, baby, living the dream.
I love it.
How's your week been?
My week has been really good. The events thing, really digging that.
Yes.
You know, one of the cool things we did this week, we went to that oxygen thing.
Hyperbolic.
Hyperbolic, yeah.
Yeah.
And we got into this little tank and there's all this oxygen and they seal you in there. It feels like you're in like a little mini submarine.
Pressure cooker. I
Yeah,
felt like I was in a
pressure
pressure cooker.
Yeah, it was actually really cool. You know,
Yeah.
you stay in it for about an hour and you're just soaking up all of this good oxygen and it's rejuvenating your blood and your system and your lungs. And it was a cool experience.
Yeah, it was fun. I did a lot of cell talk when I was in there. There's nothing else to do, so I just started talking to my cells. I was like, all right, guys, I'm giving you some oxygen. Do some good things. And she said when we went in that it was going to loosen up my fat. So I was telling my cells like, all right, fat, let go.
You know,
Loosen up.
That's smart. That's how you do it. I did it too. And I was actually surprised because it's a kind of a tight fit. And I'm a big guy. I'm 6'5".
Yeah.
And that tank is not
Yeah.
huge. It's little. And so I felt a little claustrophobic at first. Kind of had to go into the mind to get the mental, the head straight and
Yeah.
talk myself down and just relax and breathe. And then in no time, I was over it. So it was good.
It was gifted. We're attracting a lot of gifts lately. I'm grateful for that. I love a freebie.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Which is the perfect segue to the main topic.
Yes.
The
Okay.
point scale.
All right. Let us know what it is.
Okay. So years ago when I was dating and I had a buddy and this guy would go to the club all the time and would never, ever get a number, get a girl. He would try to talk to everybody, but it wouldn't work. He would get shot down constantly.
Right.
And so one day I was like, okay, let me go with him to kind of peep out what he's doing wrong.
Right.
And so I'm sitting there observing him. And don't get me wrong, kudos to him for having the confidence for doing it. But he was going after the baddest chicks in the club. And he was not the baddest dude in the club, anywhere close. And so this guy, let's say on the point scale, this guy was about a 6.
Okay.
He was going after 10s
Oh.
and 11s.
Okay.
And of course, he's going to get shot down. Of course. And I told him, I was like, dude, do you understand what's going on? And he's like, well, I'm trying to talk to them. And then I'm like, no. Good for trying to talk to them.
Right.
But you're going after the wrong crowd. You're not going after your ideal client. Yes, she's beautiful. Yes, she's looks wealthy. But she's out of your point scale. She's out of your range.
Right.
And so he didn't get what I meant. So I broke it down to him. There's a 2-point limit on a point scale.
Mm.
Everybody wants a 10. So a lot of things you got to take into account, like looks, the amount of money a person makes,
Right.
how they carry themselves, their personality. There's all of these different things that you got to take into account when figuring where am I on the point scale?
Right.
Am I a 1? Am I a 10? 10 being the best.
Right.
1 being not so. You're the lowest. For the most part, you can only go 2 points higher, and most people are only willing to go 2 points lower. And they're not doing this consciously. This is happening subconsciously.
Of course.
Let's say if I'm a 7,
Right.
I want a 10,
Yes.
but a 10 ain't going to want me.
Oh.
So I might be able to go up 2 points higher and get a 9.
Right.
But even with that 8 or 9, they're going to always be looking for something higher as well.
Right.
And how low I'll go, if I'm a 7, yeah, I'll mess with another 7, yeah. I'll mess with a 6, yeah. A 5, yeah, I will, but I won't go any lower than that.
But doesn't everybody think they're a 10?
Yeah, that's the problem. There lies the problem.
So how you going to tell these people they're a 6? Like, how will they know that they're a 6 and they should go for 8s if they think they're 10s?
Because they have to have friends that keep it real with them. And they have to really honestly look at themselves. And I'm not going to front. I had to do the same thing.
You?
Yes.
How so?
So after my divorce, I was kind of in bad shape. I realized that I wanted to be a 10 and I wanted to be able to have access to 10s. So I started putting my work in on me, being the best me possible, hitting the gym, being physically fit, growing, expanding, learning new things, traveling, having just amazing experience, being a great conversationalist, being amazing in bed. All of those things I literally consciously practiced to get better and better and better. And as I did that and made more money, I raised my point scale.
You should add in there, you also were a great dater. You took us out on great dates that were experiences, like something to remember. It was not just dinner and a movie.
Right.
So I think that raises your points too.
Okay. So let's be honest. What would you give yourself on a point scale?
Now or then?
No, now. Be real. Be real.
Oh, honey, if I was dating now, I'm definitely getting a 10. I'm just saying.
No. I'm saying, what are you?
What am I?
Yeah. What do you consider yourself?
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying I'm a 10 on the point scale.
Okay. And what makes you a 10?
I would say that I'm a 10 because I'm attractive, I'm successful, I'm supportive, and it would be in my own age range, right?
You can take that into account. You can break it down like that. Yeah.
So I would consider myself a 10. I'm positioned really well in life and I'm easy. I'm easy to be with. I just like to have fun and go with the flow. I don't give anybody a hard time. So I think that's very valuable in the dating world, especially in my age range.
Right. You know what? You are a 10. And I'm not just blowing smoke up your ass. I'm being perfectly honest. I'm being very, very real. And all the time I look at you and I'm very proud of myself because I feel like I chose well. I really did. And when I chose, I looked at the big picture and I used my spiritual intuition, my ability to see things that most people can't see.
Yes.
And I could see exactly what you would look like 10, 15, 20 years from then.
This is
and
true.
It's accurate. And it's exactly, you look exactly like I described.
It's true. It's very true. You even called it down to my streak of white hair in the front of my hair. You literally, I remember you telling me when I was in my 20s, like when you get older, you're going to have a white streak in the front of your hair. So when it started coming in, I was like, look, Anthony, you predicted it.
And I told you about your body too.
You did when we first started dating. You were like, you cute, but you a little skinny. But don't worry, you're going to put some weight on. You're going to get some meat on your bones.
No, okay, hold up. I didn't tell you were too skinny. I did not. You were thin.
Yes.
But you killed it. Your body was amazing, even thin like that.
Thank you.
I was telling you that you're going to get thicker as you get older.
Did say that.
And I said you're going to have these hips and you're going to have this waistline.
Yeah.
You're going to have this. And yeah. So I was like, I don't want you to just be a 10 now. I want you to be, in that range 15, 20 years from now. You did. So and your personality is amazing. You have it all.
Thank you. Well, I would say you're a 10 as well. You were always a 10.
I received that.
And you have aged really, really well.
Thank you. And I like that we still check each other out.
Yeah,
I
that's
do that
true.
with you too.
You know what I want to talk about with this point scale? I want to talk about people who always go for 10s but are not willing to put in work to bring themselves up.
Yes.
And you know what ends up happening? They get hurt a lot. And a lot of times they get themselves in bad situations because a lot of people that I just have to say it. A lot of people that are 10s, they know they're 10s. And so they can be manipulative. They can be narcissistic.
True.
They can take advantage of people who are lower on the point scale. It reminds me of that Tinder swindler. The Tinder swindler was able to swindle these women because they were trying to go for a 10. They were trying to get something is what they were trying to do.
He was using their greed against them.
Yes, he was using the greed against them. And they were like, he's a 10. He's rich and he's well-traveled and he has everything. And I want that. And they're just trying to jump on his train. And so if you want to be with a 10, just raise your points. Just like Anthony said, like it's really about look your best, have your money right, have your life right, like travel, have some experiences. You just have to have something that you can bring to the table.
Exactly.
But by the same token, there's nothing wrong with 2 8s being together or 2 6s being together. It's like, you know what, when I see a guy that's like 6'6" and he's with a girl that's like 5'4", I'm like, what are y'all doing? Stop that. You know how many tall women out here need this tall man? You don't need to be doing that. I'm a tall woman. It's hard to find a tall guy. Yeah. And I'm sorry, as someone really tall, it sucks to be with a guy shorter than you. Mm-hmm. So you have these little short women with these really tall guys. Like, he is out of your point range. Throw him back. Get that 5'9" guy. Yeah. He can't get anybody. He needs you. You're on the same level as him.
People, in no means am I saying that this is 100% every single time. There are always exceptions to the rules. Yes. Always. And you will see couples sometimes you're like, WTF. What's going on? Who does that?
What attracted y'all to each other?
And you know what? And cool, beautiful for you if you got it like that or if you can get down like that.
Yes.
But there's always going to be exceptions. It's about always making yourself better and always improving.
Yes. When you're an attractive woman, it's really easy for guys to approach you because they're just approaching the physical. But I realized I wanted men that had depth and intellect. So for me, it was really becoming well-read, like learning a lot, having a lot to talk about. I remember when I was single and I would go out with guys and we would start having conversations and they would be like, whoa, you're interesting. Like, I thought you were just beautiful, but you know a lot. Like, you have a lot going on. And that's where I really work to improve my points because that's something that I wanted more of. So the point scale is really about whatever you want more of. It's the law of attraction, right? If you want someone who's really attractive, and especially as women, there's ways to make yourself really attractive. You can make that happen, but it's to mirror what you want and don't just expect it. Don't just expect like they're a 10 and I want that, so I'm going to have it. You got to meet them at least 2 points away.
You can answer for women, but I'm going to say it for guys that are dating. When they're starting off, until they get real experience, they're going to keep going after the dimes. Yeah. And they're going to keep getting rejected. And even if they get a woman that's within their range, they're being greedy. And they're always going to keep trying to get, waiting for the next, around the corner, there's going to be something better. Around the corner, there's going to be something better. And that takes, it takes a while to kind of get that out your system for guys. So reality catches up with them. Then it's like, oh, okay. And actually what I would do when I first started off coaching guys that were in that situation, I would encourage them to go low. Women are beautiful regardless of where they're on the point scale. Right. It may be not your preference, but you can still get the same experience of dating, connection, and all that stuff. So, and it's a lot easier if you go low. And then you can build your confidence up and you can build your way up. Over time, you'll get better. But you got to
learning
practice.
Curve. Yeah, it's like a learning curve.
Right. So it's a way to practice.
Can we take a minute to talk about joy?
We can always take a minute to talk about joy.
Well, something that brought me joy this week was my weekly Target run. I was able to shop Black-owned and founded brands to get everything we needed for our place. Target celebrates Black success through its Black Beyond Measure campaign, which goes all year round. You know we gotta love our fellow Black entrepreneurs.
That explains the new candles.
And your new favorite coffee.
Coffee does bring joy.
I love making sure we are surrounded by joy every day. If you want to surround yourself with a little joy and help uplift Black creatives, visit target.com/Black Beyond Measure to learn more. You know what's interesting about the point scale that I've noticed a lot with daters is that if you start dating someone who's really far out of your point range, it creates a lot of anxiety.
Yes. Yes.
It creates
Yes.
so much anxiety because deep down you feel like this person is more whatever, right, than
Yeah.
I am. And then you worry about losing them. You worry about not being good enough. You worry about what's missing or if it's going to last.
Yeah.
So you really want to be well matched. I think that's more of what this conversation is about. I mean, we're giving it a point scale, numbers and all of that. And that's not to diminish anyone. There are just certain people who are matched with certain people. So guys, if you're going for women and you're always getting rejected, then look at the type of woman you're going for. And there are women all around that are in your point range that would be interested in you, and you're missing them. And I think people miss a lot in dating because everybody is wanting to go for the best, which they should. I totally get that. But you have to be realistic about where you are in your life. If you have nothing going on in your life and you're not happy and you're not fulfilled and maybe you're not working or you're not putting yourself together, then you can't expect to have the hottest, wealthiest, coolest guy in the world. You got to meet him where he's at.
So basically, don't go for the best, go for your best.
Your best. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. I like
go
that.
for your best. Now, here's another twist to that. So many guys I've met where they'll get a woman that's not a dime. They'll be like within their range.
Oh, I know where you're going with this.
And then they're like, okay, let me go get you some fake boobs. Now, let me go get you some this and that. Let me get you, I want to make you a dime. And they turn them into a dime. And all of a sudden now she has access to guys points way higher. And she's looking at the guy that's now 3 points lower than her man that just invested in her. And eventually she's going to leave him in most cases. Or he's going to be really insecure and really jealous. If you have a woman that's on point like that, if you're a guy, you can't be a punk. You got to be able to handle it, especially if she's got a body.
Right.
Because other men are going to hit on her all the time, and they'll even do it in front of you.
Yeah.
And they will humiliate you, and they will make you, you go, oh my God.
That's not good.
That's not good. Do you really want to get into that, my brothers? Do you really want that? Can you handle it? And so everybody thinks they want that. But it comes with
I say
nobody drives for free.
I say to all single people, no fixer-uppers.
No.
Don't be getting people to fix them up. This is not real estate. You're not flipping properties. Like, I know all those shows are out there, but don't get with people that you're like, I like them, but if I could just fix this and fix that, they'd be better.
Yeah, don't do it.
Like, meet people where they're at. Yeah. Don't try to fix people.
And then, when the women do that, I can't really blame them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because all of a sudden she went from maybe a 5 to like a 9 or 8.
Right.
And now she got guys that are like 10s and 11s hitting on her. It's like,
it's a different world.
Yeah. Couples.
Yes.
This relates to you too. Mm-hmm. So when you met your partner, what were they? They were on the top of their game. Mm-hmm. Maybe you're an 8, they're an 8 or whatever, wherever you guys were on the scale. But then in relationships, after a while, couples tend to let themselves go.
Yeah, it's true.
And they stop taking care of themselves. They stop doing the things that made the partner fall in love with them in the first place.
Right.
I call it the game over syndrome. It's like, I got what I wanted. We're married, man. Game over. I don't got to do nothing no more. And it's like, no, the game is just beginning at that point.
Yes. So I hope this helps people look at what you're going for and adjust. You can adjust by bringing your points up. Or you could recognize, maybe I'm not ready for the 10s and I'm going to date some of these wonderful 6s and 8s and people that are more on my level. But you can adjust. You can adjust up or you can adjust down.
And start with accepting where you're at and accepting yourself.
Yes.
Because no matter where you are on that point scale, and this is real talk, you are beautiful.
Yes.
This isn't a competition. And then from there, then do your growth. Make peace with where you're at. And babe,
yes.
Great show.
Thank you.
That was a great episode. I really enjoyed it.
Appreciate you.
Yes.
Appreciate you still being a 10, babe.
Thank you, and the same to you, boo.
Thank you.
On that note, guys, we want to thank you for listening to another episode and hanging out with us.
Yes.
And guys, if you want to get some coaching, one-on-one coaching with the Clarks, Go to our website, theamazingclarks.com, and I know you got a copy of our book, Crack the Code, The Secrets to Achieving Your Happily Ever After. If not, it's available where? Amazon.com. Also, if you want to become a life coach, you can check out our life coach training and certification course at the Law of Attraction Life Coach Academy. And before we go, my beautiful wife got an amazing course that she's been doing.
Yes, so it's the I Want to Get Married Now course. It's a 4-week course, and it is basically live. We're all helping each other and coaching each other through it. I just finished my first session, starting my second session, another round. So new people are invited to come on in.
So great job.
Thank you.
There you go, people. We gave it to you. Now what you gonna do with it?